in Africa, we are kind of okay with witchcraft. And let me tell you something, God doesn't like witchcraft at all. The Bible is clear. And if you don't like Christianity, it's okay. I don't care, because it's a fact. The Bible, God, in the Bible, God, the Yahweh God, doesn't like witchcraft in every aspect of the world. So today people feel very comfortable about talking about witchcraft, but in Africa it's common. Witches has never been uncomfortable. I remember when I was young, in the West African country I went to, there were even competition of performance of witchcraft, and at the beaches, at the beach, on the coast, at the beach. Every witch were performing, were doing, things to amaze people and also make them fear, be scared of them. And usually people, they never really address the situation of witchcraft. We are sometimes proud of it, but tell me how witchcraft have helped Africa. I don't see it at all. Okay, you see voodoo. Voodoo is in Haiti. Show me how voodoo has helped Haiti. Show me. I don't know. You have many. It's very sad because I see Black Americans who are interested in witchcraft, of African witchcraft, which really I don't know. This is not what I think you should be looking for, and really it's something that I think we should really get rid of. And then if you try to get rid of it, and other people, and then your diaspora is coming to use it again, it's just giving headaches. They are probably talking about some deities and stuff like that, deities, gods, dead people. But it's very sad, because witchcraft has never helped Africa at all. You just see the result of the continent. Okay? What do you see? A continent that is rich, with poor people suffering, leaving the country, leaving the place where they live to go illegally to places. This is the result of witchcraft sometimes. Yes, we know that our leader also used witchcraft. And added to that, they use Freemasonry. They are Freemasons with African witchcraft. So tell me, how do you think that the continent can move forward with this kind of situation? God hates idolatry and witchcraft. The moment, to those people who think that witchcraft is a good thing, just know that in Europe, because I've never seen that in Africa, but in Europe, in the old days, because I remember I read a book of Victor Hugo. Victor Hugo is a French author of the very old days. I put some information a little bit about him. He wrote books, if you know the book Les Misérables of Victor Hugo. He wrote many books, and one of the books I read, because he always have big books like that usually. And Victor Hugo is someone, when you read his book, always brought some historical facts. And he was this kind of author, which he always brought some stuff about historical fact. And Victor Hugo brought about in a book, Les Travailleurs de la Mer, when he talked about witches in Europe that were burned. Yeah, they were burning witches in Europe. In Europe, witchcraft was a no-no. And let me check it again. Yeah, say between 1500 and 1600, up to 80,000 people were executed for witchcraft in Europe. 80,000 people were executed for witchcraft in Europe. Witches were burned at the stake in Europe during the witch trials that took place from 1400s to 1700s. Yeah, this is how people had enough of witchcraft in Europe. They weren't joking with witchcraft in Europe. For to those who feel like it's okay to do witchcraft, it shows you that if Europe today is built better than Africa. Yes, you say, oh, they stole stuff from us. Yes, but at least maybe they were smart to steal from you, because still today you are stolen, but you do nothing about it. So your gods, your witchcraft, it doesn't help you to take back what Europe has stolen from you. And guess what? Ethiopia is the only country that hasn't been colonized. They are the first place where the church of God, Ethiopia is the country in Africa that hasn't been colonized. They kicked out the potential colonizer. I think it was Italy. And if you look at Ethiopia today, Ethiopia is more developed than the other countries, most of the countries in Africa. I don't talk about the development of white people who came to install in Africa. No. I talk about African. They are African themselves, and they built their country, Ethiopia. And Ethiopia, not so long ago, they asked to take back some of the things that they were building at the time from Italy. They asked Italy to bring them back what belonged to them, Ethiopia. And that's where you have the first church, Ethiopia. Okay? They are very different than us. Okay? I just want to say this. But to us who are practicing witchcraft, I have a question for you. What does witchcraft has brought to your country concretely? Give you an example. Because we know that when there is a witch somewhere in neighbor, we know how people are panicking. Why people are leaving villages? Because of witches. If me as a Christian, when me as a Christian, I pray for my neighborhood, I have the guarantee that the angel of God will be walking around. Witchcraft of Africans is always about serving your selfish desire. It's never about altruism. Europeans, they are gaining, they are winning on that because they are more altruism. Now, I will tell you something, and I think what I say makes sense. The principle of the Bible, the faith in God, has helped Europe a lot. That's why when you see their laws, okay, their laws are somehow close to what the Bible says. But tell me, it shaped people mentality. I don't say that Europeans are perfect, but you know what? Because they know how to take care of other people in a way. I don't say that they are perfect, but in a way, God gives them favor, okay? Because of the way they do some of the things in their countries, God has no choice than giving them favor. I give you a simple example. Illegal immigrants, African immigrants, when they go to Europe, why do you think that Africans are fighting to go to Europe? Why? Why? Because they know that in Europe, there are help, government help. Why do you think that they are fighting? They hate Europe now, but they still go to Europe. In Europe, illegal immigrant African or maybe other countries in the world, when they are illegal, they have access to free medical care. They can go to school, and sometimes they are free. Accommodation. They can live somewhere under the help of the government. But tell me in Africa, how do we treat other African illegals in our own country? I don't say that being illegals is good. There are many reasons that can push someone to be illegals, but I'm asking you one thing. How do Africa treat illegals in their country? African to African. It's not difficult to say. In Europe, I don't say that they're doing good every time. Sometimes, yeah, they can let some illegal die, because if they are overwhelmed by them coming a lot in their country, they don't know how to do. They will do that, but they won't do it in a way that naturally doing. Okay, I share with you a story in my country. I saw an illegal immigrant from a country, of that African country, sleeping next to the embassy of his own country because it was illegal. They told me they will do nothing about it. I don't know if an American, when he's illegal somewhere, he will not have help from the US embassy. I don't know. But usually, it looks like in Africa, Africans, when you are illegal, you are on your own. But if you see that the same illegal, when they go to Europe, the thing what they will do is like, European will save you. I don't say it perfectly, but they will save some of them, most of them. They will give you food, they will give you accommodation and medical care, and they say, you know what, go back home, we take you back home. Because we cannot keep you anymore. You saw that in Norway, for example, Norway, they said they can no longer accommodate and giving free medical care to illegals, African illegals and other illegals. They say that they're not the only country. I think Sweden, a country like that, they say they can no longer afford it. Yeah, the European government is spending money on illegals. I think it's the same thing that happened in America. Okay, in Africa, give me an institution that give help to illegals. Give me one institution in Africa, not even one. Okay, not even one.